Let me take you on a journey to a land unlike any other. The island of Obojima is a mysterious place. Unlike other planar systems in the multiverse, there are only two planes here: the material and the spirit plane. One where mortal folk live, and the other home to spirits of all shapes and sizes. Though both are known to, on occasion, change where they live, of course. Though there are many spirits here in Obojima, there are no gods to speak of. The people revere the spirits and respect the land of Obojima, as the island itself seems to radiate magic. The culture in Obojima is wide and varied. Though the island itself might be small, there are, however, some constants. Magic is welcomed and celebrated. Potions of all kinds are commonplace. For example, a farmer might use a potion of rabbit speed to accelerate their harvest. Witches are very common, and run both schools and businesses. There are multiple covens competing with each other for funds and to add the next generation to their fold. One of the most interesting things about Obojima is the mystery of the First Age. Before the Dara came out of the forests, before the humans came ashore, and even before the arrival of the Nakudama and their empire, there are ruins and even a city still functioning from people long ago. These people had technology somewhat similar to the world you are from. But in your world, a bygone era. All over Obojima, one might find vinyl records, VCR and cassette tapes, as well as vending machines. The modern people of Obojima have taken these objects, and in some cases, found ways to channel magic through them. It wouldn't be too out of place to see a witch carrying a Walkman with a cassette charged with a spell for her to cast. However, before I spill all of this land's secrets, we're going to meet some people you could become very familiar with, should you join us to explore these lands. Our story begins in the high mountain top of Arborea, deep in the icy snow, where two people, a mother and her son, discuss the journey he is about to take. And, Than, if you would describe your character.
Yes. Fuyuhiko Shuten is a curly-haired, half-spirit character with a darker complexion, but it seems like he has, some form of, vitiligo across his, the bridge of his nose and cheeks. Striking blue eyes, round glasses, and it seems like his black curly hair, when it goes down, has like a wider color that kind of forms more of like mist, as if it's moving like mist. He's currently wearing a sapphire blue shirt that says "Snow You Didn't," and winter white textured pants with kind of like blue symbols on the side, and kind of like winter boots with padded armor on it, with what looks to be like spikes on the soles and stuff of the boots that seem to be for like gripping on the snow or ice.
Right. And next to you is your mother, who very clearly you got hurt your eyes. You imagine that your complexion more comes from your father's side, as she, being a snow spirit, is a bit paler. but the
Hmm.
hair is the same. She has a long, flowing dress that mimics the icy snow around you all, with touches of blue and white mixed in. And
Hmm.
she hands you your pack. All right, you remembered to pack everything, right?
Yes, I do believe I got everything. I have food and my boots. Hmm. And of course the weapon that you gave me, but I will not use it unless someone is an actual threat, as
Okay,
promised.
okay, good. Do you have warmer clothes? Like I told you, it's a bit warmer down there. You might need a t-shirt or some shorts or, just lighter clothes.
I have my straw cloak, and that will do me just fine.
Okay. And do you want me to escort you to the train station or do you want to head there on your own?
I think it's best if I go on my own.
She wipes a tear from her eye that immediately crystallizes. My boy is growing up. All right.
He's just putting on his armor that I imagine is kind of like a hand-me-down from her.
Mm. She gives you a hug, which obviously the inverse of a warm hug.
He uh he doesn't really show like a lot of emotion on his face or his tone, but he does like give her the most tightest and enthusiastic hug as he lifts her up.
All right. You know what to do. Watch out for barracudas.
I know I can't really take care of them on my own, but I I seem to be good at avoiding them.
Okay, and oh, she reaches over in you're in like a sort of hut up on the mountains. There's a table nearby, and she pulls a ticket for you that you seem to have forgotten on the table. Not gonna get very far without this. I mean, I suppose you could march down the mountain, but it's a lot more difficult than just taking the wandering line.
I don't think I want to worry you any more than I already am.
Alright, well, you take this, and you just have to head south from our hut. Go a little bit to the east, and you should find a train station in the snow.
He nods.
Right, well, off you go. You know how to contact me if you need. You have all of the ingredients for the ritual.
Hmm. And he goes to walk towards the door, but then stops, and then he just goes, runs over, and gives her another tight hug.
And she gladly gives you a hug back.
I'll visit.
You better. Also, just call on occasion just so I know how you're doing.
I will. And I'll let you know about my quest on finding the Forest Dragoons.
Mm, hopefully that goes well. Imagine it's been a while since they've heard of them down there, unless they have the tapes handy.
Which is exactly why I need to find them. I want to learn their ways.
Right. Good
Anyway,
luck. Well,
goodbye, Mother.
goodbye. I love you.
I love you too.
And with that, you head out the door in the icy tundra.
Pulls
The,
up his straw hood.
the wind blows. It's not too harsh today. Typical day, all things considered.
Hmm.
And,
It's actually quite warm today.
hmm, high or low?
I'll say low.
All right. As you're walking towards the train station, let's switch ourselves over to the The view of the map proper. Oh, it's not showing up on Roll20. Let me see if I can grab it. Oh, no wonder why. It's the wrong room on... There we go. Now people can see. Alright, so
Excellent.
as you were walking by, you happen to notice something. Let me grab... Here they are. Typical sight on the mountain. A bunch of snowball spirits are amassing themselves, throwing snowballs, having a good time, and they look like this. True to their name,
Oh,
they are little white balls of fluff. They're very friendly. Occasionally, like if they feel threatened, they'll all amass and attack people, but only when threatened. You
well,
know, as a child, you've had some snowball fights with them.
as a it's like a final goodbye. He's gonna form a snowball and just throw one at some of them.
They giggle and throw a snowball back, and you have a brief fight with them. Doesn't last too long. Let me
All while having a stoic face.
yeah. Let me check their stat sheet real quick because I want to see. They don't speak any languages,
Hmm.
unfortunately, but they do know how to fun and have fun, and they giggle. When you're ready to finally head off to the train station, they wave to you.
He waves back.
And it takes a few minutes. It's not too far from the hut that you've known as your home for all these years.
As he's like waiting for the train, he does like every so often look at his home, like the direction of it. Already missing his home.
The train station itself looks a bit worn down, like it hasn't been taken care of for a while, but your mom assures you that's just how it looks when the wandering line isn't nearby. And sure enough, you hear in the distance as you see the wandering line pull up to you.
All right.
And as if by magic, the station goes from its derelict appearance to as if it was brand new. There are some signs for some first age things. There is a Force Rangers poster, or sorry, Force Dragoons poster nearby. That's probably one of the first areas you've learned of them, was wandering around here.
He's debating on whether or not he should take the poster or not, but he decides not to because he imagines his mother's gaze
Y'all are still up
just
here?
being there.
uh,
Ooh. But he imagines an image of his mother just shaking her fingers like, no, no, no. Hmm. You win this day.
and the door opens for you. As you walk in, there's a little basket that is pulled out for payment. Your mom did give you a little bit of something for payment. It's something that grows on the mountain. The payment is sort of like really up in the air. They don't exactly take money, they will take money, but anything you can give that is interesting or of value to you for the wandering line could be anything from money to magic items to potion ingredients, just whatever you think is worth the value for your travel.
I'll
And
give 1 gold petal.
all right, there's a bit of a pause, but the basket retracts and you're free to make your way to your seat.
We'll sit down and pull out a manga book of the Force Dragoons, specifically when the sixth ranger comes out.
Ooh, that's a really good one as you crawl. I imagine you've read this manga a couple times at the very
Oh
least.
yeah, no, there's rare and tear. There's a bunch of like it's like it looks like the bindings is almost undone. Some water damage.
Yeah. Considering the climate, that's just inevitable, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I almost forgot. You're also supposed to put your ticket into the basket, so you did that, I imagine.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do. Yeah, I do it.
I wanted to give him just one gold pedal, and then that's it. They don't get my ticket. But the doors close, and the train begins to roll off. You watch as the mountain fades back behind you, and it gives way eventually to a big grassy expanse, a massive field. You can't help but look in wonder at something so alien to you. These wide open fields. It's breathtaking.
He has his face against the glass, trying to look at all the flowers.
And they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Some petals flow into the sky as the train shoots by. And you make your way to Okiri, one of the smaller villages of Obojima, but definitely a good place to get your start as an adventurer. Plus, there's a festival going on. And where there's festivals, there's people in need of services. And fun to be had, of course. As you think of all the adventures you'll get into on your way, we move on to our next adventurer. And from the tops of Mount Arbora, we make our way down south to the bustling city of Yatamon. Yatamon is a first-age city. A city with all of the technology of the past long forgotten. Likewise, it's a bustling city filled with all sorts of people, from spirits to humans and Nakudama. All walks of life come here. But we're here for a very specific person. Just waking up for his day's work. And if, Ron, you would describe your character.
Good. You see, waking up, he looks like a normal human man, but a couple things are different about him. His most notable features is that he has an ever-present halo above his head. And he has a tattoo of an eyeball on his forehead as well that blinks as much as any other eye. But he has more like a messy brown mop of hair. His eyes are a striking amber shade. Adam has a lean and fit body. As he gets up, he just stretches and yawns, looks at the sunlight peeking in, and thinks of home. As far away as that may be.
You get up pretty bright and early, but that's just how it is with the courier brigade. Gotta get up early to get all those letters out, of course. I imagine you make your way to the kitchen first and foremost, just having woken up.
Yep.
One of your roommates, Clover, is also getting up. Morning.
Morning, Clover. Getting up early today?
Yeah, I have to do some work on the street lights, and honestly, it's a lot easier during the day than having to do it at night. Don't have to worry.
So.
Making anything interesting today for breakfast?
Just the usual eggs and rice.
All
I think
right.
I'm getting a little better at it.
All right, I'll be the judge of that.
I'll give you the old sunny side up special. As I try to make some fried rice with a sunny side up egg on top.
All right. What would we roll for this? Because there isn't really like a food cooking check, but I'm gonna say dexterity makes a lot of sense. Because you gotta make sure you're properly flipping the eggs, preparing the rice just right. So, yep.
I think 10.
I'm also going to give you advantage because you said this is your usual and you know it pretty well. So I will let you take that 19.
Yes.
And sure enough, you have some nice, well, not, I guess, fluffy to some degree, the eggs. The rice is ready. I imagine you put it on the plate. Do you do anything like special, like make a smiley face or something?
I put the little smiley face with ketchup. You know the one.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm getting pretty good at this. Soon I'll be able to make omelet rice.
Well, look forward to that. And she's, digging in immediately. You seen Harold around, or is he still out?
I haven't seen him this morning, no.
Oh, wait a minute. She, walks over to the fridge and, notices a sticky note. Sticky notes are pretty new. Harold discovered them a little while ago, and it was easy enough to recreate the formula to make them. They're little bits of paper that can stick to things. He's been putting them around every so often, like if he's gonna be out late or whatever, to leave you notes to let you know, hey, I'm coming, X, Y, and he goes, yep, it says he's going to Skykite Village, I believe this says. His handwriting's atrocious.
I guess that makes sense. I think he was talking about, potentially finding something over there.
Yeah, I don't remember everything. He talks really fast, but I think there was like a first stage city underwater, something like that.
Well, let's just hope he has a snorkel.
Otherwise, it's going to be pretty difficult. I wonder how he's going to get stuff up, just by hand? Hopefully the fish folk don't make it too difficult for him.
I mean, they could be. I mean, I find they're a little more ornery when they're on land.
That makes sense. They have very limited time up here. Alright.
He always gets his work done.
That's true. Probably see him later in the evening. It's a bit away, but not too far, I don't think.
Yep.
Well, we should probably be getting going, huh?
Yep.
Have a good one.
It's always good. You too. It's always good waking up and seeing you.
Aw, charmer.
It's like Adam will get a soft smile.
And the two of you walk on out. You heading immediately to the Courier Brigade headquarters, and her off to fix the various street lamps around town. You have a pretty pleasant journey along the way. You've already eaten, so you don't need to stop anywhere, but you do pass the Happy Joy Cake cafe, I believe it is called. Which they serve some pretty damn good pastries that everyone loves. Have much sweet tooth. Maybe on your way out if you're feeling particularly peckish.
Yeah, maybe on the way home.
And you make your way in. The building is pretty massive. Like I said, this is where the Courier Brigade got its start. There's all sorts of people milling in and out, people on deliveries, people picking up packages potentially that couldn't have been sent out to them by a courier for whatever reason. You can see one of the flying lanterns, a big air balloon moored to the top. Some couriers like to use the flying lanterns, but you need special permission to get those. You make your way into the front office, where you see Ashi handing stuff out for people. This is a human woman, probably I'd say 18 at this point, about to hit the cusp of 19. As she's giving everyone their stuff, she looks over and sees you. Ah, Adam! Well, right on time as usual.
Of course.
Right, let me just
I'm
see.
late for a job.
Let me just see what I got here for you, and here you are. She hands you a stack of letters. A lot of these are just around Yatamon, but there's one of them she holds up a letter that's in Okiri. So that one's going to take you a bit of a walk, but I'm sure you're capable. You won't have to go out in the Gale Fields, so you're not going to have to worry about any hill dragons or anything.
Yeah, that would not be good at all.
I think they're having a festival of some kind in Okiri right now, so after you deliver all your letters, maybe you can hang out and enjoy the festival for a bit.
No, I think I will.
Right. Oh, you might find my younger brother, Yomi, while you're in Okiri. He's doing his first delivery today, trying to prove himself worthy to join the brigade. Tell him I say hi.
Of course.
And you grab your letters and go. There's all sorts of, like, postal boxes near people's houses and near certain buildings of business. And you throw your letters in. The mailboxes look like sort of a catfish, with the mouth that's open being where you deposit letters. There's a little door on the front to grab and pick them out when anyone is sending them. Right now you're just on the delivery phase, of course. Later you do a pickup on the way back. And people are friendly, they wave to you. You're a pretty known quantity being part of the courier brigade.
And probably just do my general appearance. I probably look a little different.
Yeah. But I mean, there's all sorts of spirits roaming around here too. You pass by a person that looks like a chick, like a baby chicken, but is about like 5 feet tall. They wave at you. They have like a wing.
I'll wave back. Kind of suppressing the urge of like, I wonder if they taste good. Or a giant chicken.
Do you say that out loud, or do you keep that to yourself?
I keep it to myself. Adam has learned at this point to kind of keep a lot of his curiosities to himself.
Mm,
He has gotten in trouble for trying to eat things he shouldn't have.
fair. But with all of Yatamon's letters fully and properly given out, it's time for you to head over to Okiri. And I'm going to roll something. Don't worry about it. It's probably fine.
Yeah, no worries.
Oops. High or low?
Let's go high.
Alright, let's see. Okay. And one more time, high or low.
Let's keep rolling high.
Okay. And let me find what I need here. One final roll. You're my D12, right? And that is... Well, you can't really interact with that not being a Dara, so I'll re-roll this. Numbers. Oh! Well, that'll be interesting. You make your way towards Okiri, going through some forested areas. You pass by a cat who looks at you. It's a black cat. And he goes, "Hey, what's going on, man?"
Not much. I'm just out here doing a job. What's up with you?
Oh, not much. Just hunting around for prey, as I often do.
Get any luck?
Not quite yet, but I know where there's a nest of birds that I could probably sneak into and wait for them. Got a good feeling about that nest.
Does this cat look like they're like a little more like thin or hungry?
He seems to be well fed. He's a decent hunter. You can imply just by looking at him.
So I have a lot of these. I kind of want to hand one of my spare rations, be like, in case you don't have any luck, here's a little something.
I'm not going to turn down free food. He'll take it from your hand in his mouth, run off with it as you make your way to Okiri.
I had like 20 of these things on my starting sheet for some reason.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of things. Like I have... Like Adam, for some reason, some people may say he's over-prepared because he has a lot of food. He even has like above game, I have like 10 torches, 20 rations, and 250 widths of rope.
Why do you have so much?
It's just from the starting kit. Like I also have my cobbler's tools, cartographers, a climber's kit.
God damn.
He is ready for whenever he has to go out.
Right. And you make your way to Okiri where you see a bunch of tents, but that is a story for another day. We still have some other characters to meet along our way. And next, we go once again to the north, off the coast, to one of the divers' lodges, where several people are at the moment, getting up for their work, fixing boats, submarines, prepping for underwater excursions. But we're here for a very specific person. Ivan, where would you sleep at the Coastal Lodge exactly? Like, would you have a specific bed, or like because you're an ooze, do you find like a very secluded spot to like get into?
I'll probably say I'll be on the sleeping on the ceiling
All right.
because they get spider climb at will.
Yeah.
I'm constantly under the effects of spider climb, so I'll be on the ceiling sleeping.
All right. So you're stuck up on the ceiling and you're enjoying your rest. When it's around the time when you should need to wake up, you hear Holly shout from downstairs, "Ivan, get down here!"
Why?
The workshop is a wreck! Did you do something last night?
No.
Just get down here, please.
Okay. And I will make my way down.
And as you make your way down, you see your... I mean, master seems like a weird way to put it, but I mean, she is your master, you being her apprentice. Why is it not properly showing?
Ivan sees her and her family as his family, so probably big sister.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me see or show it to everyone else, so I'm just going to very quickly adjust so I can give it to chat as well. You see this woman. Well, I say woman, she's probably like a little over her teens, I believe. Holly has short red hair. She's got sort of a dress with like armor over it. Gotta stay protected when you're working on hard machinery. But as you come downstairs, there's like, it's not flooded, but the floor is soaked. And there are tools everywhere just thrown this way and that. It seems like there was some scrap that you had here the other day. It's missing. And Holly, understandably, is a bit upset that it seems someone broke in and stole some things. If I had to guess, it's probably the fish folk again. Well, we're gonna need to get these parts back. Ivan, She
Yes.
grabs either side of your face. I just realized you didn't properly describe yourself. What does Ivan look like?
So, Ivan, as right now, he looks like a typical blue slime as a little ball with a pair of goggles on his forehead and a backpack filled with various of things.
Right? She puts her heads on either side of your face. I'm going to clean this up, and I need you to go and maybe find some adventurers to help us find our missing things and take care of these fish folk. Do you understand?
Ivan looks her in the face and says, "Can you write that down for me?"
I will write that down. And she goes, writes it down, hands it to you, and says, I don't want to find you up in the mountains again, frozen solid. You just have to go onto the shore and straight south, and you'll find your way into Okiri. I imagine there's some adventurers coming in for the festival over there, as well as all sorts of people. We can probably find someone.
So don't go through the mountain.
No, do not go through the mountain. Again, I don't want to have to crack you out of an ice cube again.
Straight south. No mountains. Okay.
Alright. Good. We'll get you onto the shore. We have a boat to get you there close enough, and then I'll get started on cleaning this mess. As you make... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, if you're more organized and have stuff in places where they should be protected, then this probably would happen.
I have a system, and you know that. My tools are in the best spot where they need to be, where I can find them.
He stretches his body around her on the floor.
I mean, they're on the floor now because someone threw them all over the place. Normally they're on the table, in the right spots where they belong, organized.
He has a shit-eating grin on his face.
Look, just... We're gonna go. I mean, I'm not going with you, obviously. I have to clean up this. She kicks some of the water around this mess. Marcel still has to watch the lighthouse, so I need to count on you to do this.
Gotcha.
And like I said, in Okiri there is a festival. Do not get distracted. I know you. I don't mind if you, play for a little bit, but do not get lost there, okay?
I will try not to get lost. This time.
That's all I can hope for. Wait, what is... She pulls something off of the floor. It's a seashell that seems to have some very poor writing written on it. What the heck does this... You got by... Who the heck is Big Fish Tony? Whatever. Fish folk, probably.
The big fish.
I mean, that's what it sounds like. Let's go. And sure enough, you and Holly get aboard a boat and make your way to the shore.
He's sticking to her back the entire time she's walking.
Alright. Time to come down. This is where we have to part. Like I said, I've got work to do at the shop, and you gotta find some folk for us.
Alright. This time. And he jumps off.
Good luck.
Don't wanna walk. And he just starts moving along.
Right, and let me take a look-see here. Yeah, we'll start with... That is... which region again? So I'm gonna roll something to see if you bump into anybody. Okay. High or low?
Hi.
That is... okay. And as you're rolling your way along, you don't seem to bump into any creatures or anything. However, you do find a hot spring as you're going by. This particular region, before you get down to where Okiri Village is pretty well known for its hot springs. Might be nice to just take a break there. What's the worst that could happen, right?
What would I have to do like a resisting a impulse?
I'd say that's probably a will save.
Will save. Nope, he heads towards hot spring.
And you dive on and it feels so good. You forget about your worries. There was a reason you came out, wasn't there? It's probably fine. Definitely, probably fine. Several hours pass. You think it's probably time to get out of the hot spring.
Ivan will hop out the hot spring, stick his bag to his back. It just starts rolling along.
Okay. And does Ivan remember where he's heading?
Holly told me something. He pulls out the note.
It says, go south to Okiri. Look for adventurers.
Oh, yeah. And then he puts it back in and just keep going south.
Alright. And once more, high or low?
Hi.
Alright. Do you want to roll on this one or the other one? And where did I place you right now? I'd say this is probably still land of hot water territory. And that is a D. Yeah, we already technically had that one. Let's try again. It is... So, you're rolling along when suddenly a thermal updraft shoots out of the ground and you have to hold on for dear life. I need you to make an acrobatics saving throw to land safely after being launched, or you're gonna get knocked off course.
16.
Right. You manage to just barely get yourself out of the thermal vent so you don't get launched too high, and you manage to land without too much incident. That was a little alarming.
And that's how you stick to landing. He keeps moving along.
Right? And I'll do one more roll. Because you have to travel such a distance, it only makes sense to. High or low?
Low.
Right, that one was that. Interesting. And we'd say now you're probably in gift. So let's change our music up to gift. And where are you? The setting is a little different in this neck of the woods. Understandably, you've gone from a sort of mountainous-ish region to a more forested region. You did have to go through some forests here, but, like, there was the hot spring a little earlier. Right, and that was which one again? Number... Right. You, hear a merchant, or at least you think it's a merchant, grumbling in the distance. It seems her wagon has broken a wheel, and she's upset. As you get closer, you see that, like, the wheel has come off. Apparently there was a rock in the road she didn't quite see, and now the wheel is gone. I was hoping to get to the festival in time, but this is definitely gonna hold me up.
Can't I tell what kind of merchant they are?
Let's see, I guess that would be perception, to see if they have any identifiers.
And
With a 10, I mean, some kind of merchant, clearly. Like, they've got a big old backpack that's got stuff in it, you assume. They're wearing clothes. Maybe they sell clothes? Unclear.
can I sneak up behind them and stick to their backpack and look through their bag?
That would be a stealth, I'm certain, and then a sleight of hand.
17 stealth.
Right, and I will grab... Do I have a commoner block? I believe I do.
And a 10 sleight of hand.
Okay, so let's... I'm gonna grab just a quick stat block for our merchant. Or do I want to... You know what? Because I think it would be fun, I'm going to make them a witch. And I have that stat block on the ready. Where are you? No, you're in here somewhere, ma'am. There you are. And let's see, her passive perception... Oh yeah, no, she's definitely not hearing you come up to her, but as soon as you start rifling, she hears the sound. Hey, what the heck? And she starts feeling, and she feels the slime. It's like, get off of me!
Ivan hops down but does not say a word and looks up at her.
She looks at you, and then her eyes begin to light up. Interesting, a blue slime. I haven't heard of them before. You seem receptive to people. She digs in her bag and pulls out a vial. I'm sure you wouldn't mind if I take a sample or two, maybe? And she starts to walk towards you, vial in hand.
I will keep this moving backwards and keeping the same distance as she keeps moving forward towards me.
Right, and she's gonna start running at you, so she can try to get up to you. So I guess, for the first time in this intro, let's roll for some initiative. Okay, and...
I can't click on the token.
Oh yeah, because I don't have it technically married to your sheet yet. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now you should be able to. And I'll pop this, lady.
That bit.
Versus... Also 7. Alright, what is your dexterity? I'm gonna imagine it's probably better, but we'll see.
+3.
Oh yeah, no, you go first. Alright, so she's running after you. You could do a dash to try and get away, if that's what you want, or try to attack her and see where this goes.
I'll fuck with her, actually. So I'm just going to run behind a tree, and he's going to stealth as he climbs up it.
Okay.
For 10.
Yeah, she definitely sees where you are. Even with your deft maneuver, she's got her eyes locked on you, and the possible prize of some blue ooze for potions. I believe, since you're a rogue, you can do bonus action stealth, right?
Not at this level.
Okay, so then that'll be your action. Any bonus actions to declare?
Is this bonus action? It so Ivan looks at her. How close is she?
At this point, we'll say you got 30 feet away and started, or no, because you had to climb up a tree as well. So we'll say you're about like 20 feet away from her.
And I can't hold my action for a bonus action, can I?
No.
Okay, then I'm just end my turn in the tree.
Okay. So that would bring us to her turn. So she has a spell that I'm interested in using, but technically it mentions an object, not a creature. However, it might still work for this, but I'll say, just for the sake of working for this function, because you are small in your drop form, roll a dex saving throw as she begins to cast a spell at you.
19.
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely going to do it. She tries to encase you in a bubble, and you manage to dodge out of the way in time. And after dodging out of the way, she tries to get a little bit closer. But that would bring us back to Ivan's turn. You could probably lose her if you do a good enough stealth check.
How close is she now?
Well, she had her full movement, so she's almost right on top of you.
Do I want to do this now, or do I just want to try to run?
It's up to you.
You know what, just because it's fun, Ivan's going to jump from the tree and try to land on her to do engulf.
Oh. Bonus action while grappling a target. Well, you'd have to grapple her first, it looks like. So I guess roll competing strength checks to grapple. I mean, she's not that strong. However, an 11 certainly beats you. She recognizes your abilities now and manages to rip you off. And I'll say in the act of doing that, because she had the vial in her hand, she collects a little bit of you. Let's say, for the sake of argument, you take 1 point of damage. As she looks...
Ivan looks at her and says, "That's not fair."
Oh, you can talk. Well.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I could have just asked you if I could take some. Well, I mean, I got what I wanted, so I guess we're square.
You say you were going to the festival?
Yes, actually. I'm actually going to be setting up a stand there. Well, I was before she kicks the wagon.
Well, for a fair trade, since you have a piece of me, can you get me a ride there? If I help you fix the wagon?
That sounds fair. You know, just a heads up, I don't know how familiar you are with witches, but aside from me, witches are probably going to be really interested in you. You're quite rare.
If I remember right, that's what Holly told me.
Well, what can you do about my wheel?
What would I have to do to fix the wheel?
I mean, I guess it would be a mechanics check. That makes the most sense. Technically mechanics is an Obojima exclusive skill, so it wouldn't be on your sheet, but I would wager you're proficient in it. Did you select mechanics as a skill that you are proficient in, or no?
No, I didn't know about it. Oh, I didn't think about it.
Alright. I think part of your Obojima background might give it to you, but I could be wrong. Let me double check here. Player backgrounds. As the apprentice diver. Oh no, it just gives you athletics and nature. That's odd. Well, I'll say then it is just an intelligence check. Because I believe that's what it is as a skill.
Intelligence check.
New skills. Yes, it would be intelligence.
Nat 20.
Alright, so it's very clear what happened here. The rock is to blame. The bolt was a little loose on the wheel, and because of that quick bop, it knocked it clean off. Nothing seems to be damaged, which is good, so you could probably just stick it back on, and after a little searching, you find the bolt, screw it back in, and it's as good as new.
Okay. There you go.
Excellent. I was worried I might have to skip the festival while I dealt with this, or get someone from town. I think we're pretty close at this point. Well, hop in and I'll give you a ride.
Ivan will hop in the wagon.
And the two of you set off to Okiri Village and the Lover's Vine Festival. And with that, we move on to our next party member. Right. And from the seas at the edge of Obojima, we hurl ourselves to a completely different world, far from where we are, to meet another adventurer, or at least an adventurer to be. A bunch of children, about 5, gather around a white chalk circle in the ground, with a 5-pointed star, candles at each end, a person standing at each candle. One of them holds a book, Beginner's Guide to Summoning Demons. Typical story. Some children, fed up with what has been going on at school and in their lives, seeking vengeance. In one way, the only way they deem possible. And, Ali, describe how you once were.
Well, he sits up about 5'10", has shaggy brown hair and dark blue eyes.
One of the children chimes up, "We have everything we need. Now, it's the final step." And they pull out a dagger with which they cut a slit on their palm and squeeze the blood out. They hand the knife to each and every person who does the same, and eventually it comes to you. Do you do the same?
Of course. Now, we did everything correct, right?
I followed every step in the book. This should be everything. We just need to hold our ground, and the circle should hold, and the demon will do what we say.
Okay.
You slit your hand and, just like the others, add your blood to the circle. And it goes from the white chalk circle to blood red, to purple, to blue. As the circle feeds on this blood, it begins to open, a swirling vortex in the center, and a blue, powerful demon comes forth. According to what you remember, this one is an Oni? Japanese demon. It's a little strange that it was in the book, but this seems to be what you want. A powerful foe to bring down those who would put you down. But even though your friend mentioned everything was done right, the circle begins to fluctuate. What's going on? This isn't how it was supposed to go!
Get back!
In that moment, the Oni strikes. All it needed was a single moment of faltering, and right out the gate it happened. He knocks back your friend holding the book with one of his powerful fists, and begins to lunge towards you after you hear a sickening crack. As his bones snap, he grabs around your throat and pulls you towards the circle. Hello there. In some time. In some. Let's play. Your vision begins to fade, and the circle begins to fluctuate. Amateurs! Not in a circle. It'd split us both apart. Oh well, better get this done quickly! And your vision flashes. You wake up, startled, in your home. That was a vision of the past, of what once was. The memories come from time to time in your sleep. But this is a much calmer place.
Just a dream.
Aye! Yep, dear?
Yeah, Grand, give me a moment.
Alright, got breakfast.
Whoa, your eggs are the best.
Darn right they are. You hurry up and get downstairs. You found yourself in Okiri Village. You don't know exactly how you got into this idyllic place, but Miss Lindley adopted you as her own, basically, seeing a child with nowhere to turn. Though she can be a bit of a curmudgeon to others, she's got a bit of a soft spot for you. And today's a very special day. The Lover's Vine Festival is going on today. Okiri has all these, festivals when certain crops grow in surplus. Usual crop festival things for farming villages. People come all around to be part of it. And I believe this would be your first time experiencing the Lover's Vine Festival since your arrival here. As you get out of bed, describe how your character now looks.
He wakes up, he's got a long red hair that goes down to the mid of his back that he usually ties back in a top knot. He's got long. He has blue skin and long, bony bony horns that sweep back as well. He's got sharp features, yet kind eyes.
As you walk downstairs, you're passed by Miss Lindy's familiar cat, Emerson. He looks at you, yawns. Hey, kid.
Hey, Emerson, how you doing, bud?
Doing alright. Just woke up from a very lovely nap.
Catch any dream mice?
Among other things.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, you know, mice. Those little insects from under the basement from time to time. And sometimes when I'm feeling particularly dastardly, shrunken down people. You know how it is.
I wasn't one of those, was I?
He looks at you and smirks. No, never. You could roll insight on him if you want.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll the insights. I am not good at insight, but that is a 14.
Alright, let's see how he does. Let me grab his stat block. Oh, it's not properly... Okay, I can do this another way. Okay, it doesn't matter what I rolled because that's a natural 20. Nah, he would never. You guys are friends. Why would he do that?
Right?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if... He keeps them in her workshop. Never mind. I was gonna ask if we could maybe sneak me a treat from somewhere, but I know you're not allowed in there. Unless you feel like you might be able to sneak in.
Nope, that is a fool's mission. I'll see about maybe find you something in town, though.
All right. I suppose that'll have to do for now. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, buddy. And he'll lean down and give Emerson a good scritch.
He'll lean into it, a smile on his face, purring. How are you coming? The eggs are getting cold.
Coming, Gran.
And as you run forward on the table, there are eggs and bacon in the shape of a smiley face. One of Gran's favorite methods of making eggs. And allow me to show you the lady who is taking you in. They said she's got a soft spot in her heart for you. Bit of a surly lady. There's some pixies also floating around. About 2 of them. They're enjoying what pixies normally tend to eat. Just your standard fare of fruits. And some nectar. Let me find their names for you. Because I know they have them in here. Let's see. There you are. And where is Emerson and Pixies? Emerson knows. Here they are. Tina and Mina. You know that Tina and Mina have a bit of a rivalry with Emerson. Like, they can tease each other often. Sometimes Emerson pounces on them and holds them down for a little bit. Sometimes the pixies, being pixies, will cast spells to mess with the cats. but they love Miss Lindley very much, all of them, and they try not to fight in front of her. But when she leaves to go into town, on the other hand, that's another story entirely. One of them, Tina, waves at you while she's chewing on a little bit of raspberry. Hi. Any plans for today?
I might go into town and pick up a little something.
Ah, anything in particular, or just sort of browsing around?
Browsing around. Emerson's been good to me, so I'm gonna give him a little treat.
Oh, I mean, I think we're good to you too. Did we not get treats? I see how it is. And she just sort of looks away, pouting.
Oh, you know I didn't mean like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, quit teasing him, girls. Okay. This time. And Lindley sits next, across from you with her own plate for breakfast, a cup of tea, as she often does, enjoying her breakfast and tea. You talk, usual stuff. You've already mentioned to the pixies about your plans. She will mention that the Lover's Vine Festival is happening in town today. Could be fun. I have some business I need to do. Have to collect ingredients for making the muck for potions. Got a letter today, I think, but I'll worry about that later when I'm in the workshop.
Alright, Gran. I'll try not to cause too much trouble.
Alright, you better. I better not hear about anything exploding in town while I'm gone.
But that was one time!
Mm-hmm. One time too many.
Look, I had the hiccups and I sneezed at the same time. I couldn't help it.
Well, next time try to aim somewhere, not covered in grass. I know that's hard, but maybe try up.
Yeah, but I might hit a bird.
But that's less likely. How many birds are going to fly above your head at that exact moment? And I mean, at that point, it's their fault. They're the ones who flew over you at that exact moment.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, I'm gonna clean up the dishes and, gonna head out.
Oh, allow me.
Oh.
And he'll waggle the fingers with prestidigitation. The plates are cleaned and they have a nice lemony scent.
Thank you, dearie. Right. And I'm off, and Lindley walks out there, but she does. Oh, and remember, do not go into the workshop.
I won't.
Okay, good. Bye, dearie.
Bye, Gran.
And she sets off. And of course, you do too. As you're walking through town, you see the usual people. The Torelli brothers are going out to the field with their sheep dragons to have them properly graze. And you see Moira, the very small I almost said Tanuki, that's not right. Nakudama child. If I open it back up, places Okiri. I think I have to do that on this end, don't I? Nope, I can do it here. See that little frog girl in the purple? That's, Moira. She's, know-it-all around town, by which I mean she spies on everything and everyone that comes into town. If you need information on the goings-on here, you ask Moira. She's friendly enough. Spied on you a few times, but now that you've been living here for a while, she doesn't bother you as much. Occasionally, she will ask you about stuff you're doing. But it looks like she's heading off to the festival at this time. And I imagine you do, too. There is a convenience store run by Bree that you could head to first if you wanted to maybe look at some adventuring gear and the like, but you've been in town for a while, you know what they have there. So, without further ado, it's off to the festival, and what you'll see and who you'll meet, well, people have to tune in later to find out. We have one more adventurer to meet on our journey. And from the bright sunny sections of Obojima, we go to a far darker area. In the east, the Blackwater Wetlands. After a tsunami recently, a corruption has been flooding the lands. People have been sent to investigate, of course, including our next party member. And Kaito, I'd like you to describe your character before the incident.
Before what happened, Kaito was just as every other person was on the island. He was a elf, native elf of the lands, essentially worked in like a public security capacity, police officer, what have you. Pretty much day-to-day routine, keeping the peace, chasing down the occasional criminal or misbehaving individual, and then when his job and his shift was over, he would just go home, relax, chill out, and do whatever, I guess.
Alright. Well, Kaito, you've been sent in. The tsunami was only weeks ago at this point, and they're putting all hands on deck here, looking for survivors, seeing what's happened to the land here, get a general survey of things. And it's not been pretty, to say the least. Let me grab our handout. I imagine you'd probably be with a group to start. If not, like, immediately.
Yeah, he would have probably been sent in with a group.
Your group has been going through the lands, and the Blackwater Wetlands were always, wetlands. Pretty swampy in some areas, but this is different. Flying fish aren't necessarily a strange occurrence here on Obojima, but the fish you see floating around are skeletal in nature. They're not dead, you don't think, but they're not exactly alive anymore either. They've left you alone for the most part. So there's something good to be said about that, at least. And there's this black ooze that seems to be pervasive over the landscape. It seems to be oppressing various different creatures. You've seen at least 2 instances of wildlife getting dragged into it bodily. Like, no humanoid beings, but I believe it was probably a deer the first time you saw it, and you and your group have decided not to go near the creepy ooze that eats people, or at the very least eats deer.
That's a big nope right there.
Yeah. You're all on edge. You haven't encountered, like, any people since you've gone in here. There were multiple villages in the Brackwater wetlands, but it's unclear how much they've been devastated. You've come across some ruins, and you're in another set of them now. What was once a bustling village is now ruins, waterlogged, and that corrupted ooze seems to be everywhere. You don't want to go in, but you have to. It's part of your job now. And as you go in, you see a truly terrifying sight. You see humanoid shapes come out of the ooze. They are misshapen, but still a vaguely humanoid shape. And they drag themselves slowly towards you.
Kaido would whip out his probably crossbow or bow, whatever he would have on hand, and just get ready for a fight if he needs to.
We will, once again, roll initiative. I will grab your token to put on the map so that we can roll this properly. Let me just go into here. I won't be showing chat your icon yet because technically spoilers, but feel free to click on that and then roll your initiative. And there we go.
I cannot click on it.
Oh, I just realized I didn't connect it. I made the same mistake with Hoshi's. I didn't connect it to your character sheet yet. That's why it's not doing anything. Whoops. Okay, now it should connect properly. Because there is HP. This and AC. Okay. And we'll say there's about 4 of them at the moment. You have a pretty decent-sized group. And just need you to roll initiative. This is going to be more theater of the mind at the moment instead of the battle map. And we'll say your group is with you too, and they're kitted out basically the same as you for sake of ease. You and your group go first, and like I said, there's at least 4 of them.
So, essentially in a panic, he's just going to whip out the longbow and roll and just take a shot at one of them.
Alright, roll the attack.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's certainly gonna hit him.
For 8 piercing damage.
And we'll say it's this one. That's a pretty sizable hit. Their moaning goes up in ferocity. And since it is your turn, you have allies, you have the same kit, you can roll another attack. At least 4 more attacks, because I imagine your fellows are going to join you. Kaizo, what are you... And just...
Hang on, I'm just looking at my stuff here. I'm assuming this counts as swamp, correct?
Mm-hmm. This is absolutely swampland.
Yeah. So, I'll just click this for the sake of things. All those benefits are applying right now for me and my party.
Your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using skill proficient with while traveling However, more in your favorite terrain, you get the following benefits. Difficult terrain doesn't slow you. Your group can't become lost except by magic means. When you're engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, tracking, you remain alert to the danger. Okay. Noted.
And then I'll just roll, say one of them goes with a sword. Short sword, 24.
Alright.
8 again.
Right, that'll be the same one. He's trying to stay as far away from the ooze that they are standing in, but he has to get close to hit them. So he doesn't get quite into the ooze, but his boots are now touching against it at the very least. The one in the front is looking really rough, though, now.
Longbow number 3, that's 20.
That will hit.
And then 10.
Right. The one corrupted humanoid? Unclear what it actually is, but it falls back into this muck underneath it. And that was you. 1, 2, 3. And that brings to the muck, who they're gonna start going for the one who's closest with a short bow. And they're just slamming. Oh god, that's a natural 20. So that does 8 damage to that one member of your party, and he's looking really rough, and there's still 2 more to go, and they're hoarding around him. 7's not going to hit, thankfully. But a 16, I believe, meets.
Yes.
So they slam into him, and one of your party goes down. Ignore the second roll. And they drag him into the muck. You can't be sure, but you'd wager it's probably to make another one of them. You don't know how long that process is going to take, but that's it for their turn. Only you and your 2 counterparts now remain.
Alright, we'll just keep pelting him with longbows, I guess. 7's probably not gonna hit.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it.
13.
That will, however, do it.
Alright, that's 10 piercing to one of them.
10. And are you going to be focus firing on them?
Yes.
Alright, so you have... but a 7's not going to do it.
Yep.
That starts their turn, and you notice they're still in this goop. The one that you shot seems to be rebuilding itself in front of your eyes. It seems as long as they're in that goop, they can heal. But they begin stepping out and towards your group. They get to one of your teammates that missed. 5 doesn't hit. 18 does. For 4, and that's a natural 1. I'm not gonna roll the soundboard for it, because, you know, kind of kills the tension here. But let's see what I rolled on the fumble chart. Number 14. So it seems this creature isn't quite used to its body yet, and it goes to try and smack into one of your allies, and it slams its head into the ground because it overexerted itself. That one apparently seems to have stunned itself, and it's trying to gather its mind and faculties again. So for 2 rounds, that one cannot maneuver. And that'll bring us back to you and your group.
Eight.
That's not going to do it.
12.
A 12 will.
4 piercing.
Alright.
And again, just focus firing the one that's already been damaged. 24 will hit
Absolutely.
for 10 piercing.
Alright, that one's looking really rough. They're making their go again, and thankfully they've gotten out of the muck, but the member of your force that just managed to land that blow, we should get out of here! I don't know how much longer we can take this, and who knows how many more are in this area. We need to fall back! Okay, that one will hit, the other one doesn't. So, one of your teammates takes 3 damage. The one that was shouting you needed to fall back, as it once again comes back to your turn.
Alright, focus fire again. 17.
That'll hit.
4 piercing.
Right. That's another one down.
18.
Do you want to focus on the one that's still stunned, or the one that's more of a threat?
Let's keep to the one that's a threat.
Alright, and an 18 is going to hit.
It's 6 piercing. And then 23.
Which will also hit.
For another 4.
Okay, and we're on their turn. We swap this to 1. That one is still forming itself, but the other one comes in and slams against the other member of your team again. 15, I believe, will not hit.
Nope.
That's the end of that one's turn, and back to all of you.
Ooh, that 20.
That's absolutely gonna hit.
8, so 13 total.
And that's another one down.
Alright, now we got the guy, the one that's stunned.
Yep. And
24.
will hit.
For 8.
Let's see.
9.
That one's not gonna do it. They don't have a lot of armor class, but they still do have armor class.
Kaito will look to the last guy that's currently remaining, and he'll just say, or I think both of them are still up at this point, and he'll just say, "Let's start falling back, but there's only one left. Keep focusing fire."
Right. You'll nod as the corrupted creature walks forward once more to slam into your friend he's already attacked. 14's not going to do it.
Nope.
And now you're all going to start running back as you fire.
Alright. Shot number 1, 17.
That'll hit.
For 10.
And that's just enough to take that one out. You all let a sigh of relief out as the last monster goes down. But that relief is not long-lived as you see more of these creatures come up from the ooze, starting where your one ally was dragged in, confirming your darkest fears. There's so many of them. The only sound thing to do at this point is run. And you all do. You run and try to get out of here as fast as you can. But unfortunately, those humanoid-shaped things aren't the only corrupted creature that lives here now. There used to be spirits here, after all. Your group runs into this horrifying monstrosity. It looks vaguely like a sloth, covered in that black ooze. And it attacks. Your group fights off the best that they can, but all of you fall one after another. And this corrupted sloth spirit comes down on you, and it vomits this black ooze all over your body. And then you wake up. After a moment of gathering yourself, you remember where you are. You're in Okiri Village. You've been here for a while now. You've been resting here, if you want to call it that. A sort of vacation, maybe. You've been taking the odd job here or there, helping the Torelli brothers find missing sheep, making sure the howlers don't come into town. And as you collect your faculties, remembering where you are, you remember, that's right, there's a festival going on today. The Lover's Fine Festival. Maybe that's what you need to get your mind off of things. And you set out. It's a brand new day after all. And hopefully, if you do have to go back that way, it won't be anytime soon. But that is that. All of our heroes have gathered up in Okiri Village for the Lover's Vine Festival. What will they encounter there at the festival? And beyond? Well, you'll have to tune in to find out.